Test.
She told me that I'm not enough, and she left me with a broken heart. She fooled me twice and it's all my fault. She cut too deep, now she left me scarred. Now there's so many thoughts going through my brain, and now I'm taking this shot like it's Novocaine. Yeah. Ooh, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, didn't know before. Surprised when you call me up, girl. Hardest damn jewelry I bought. You was my shorty, I thought. Ooh, I fall apart. Ice keep pouring and the drink keep flowing. Try to brush it off, but it keep on going. Covered in scars and I can't help showing. Whipping in the foreign and the tears keep blowing. Ice keep dropping and the drink keep flowing. Try to brush it off, but it keep on going. All these scars can't help from showing. Whipping in the foreign and the tears keep blowing. Yeah, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, I fall apart, down to my core. Ooh, didn't know it before. Surprised when you call me up, girl. Hardest damn jewelry I bought.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well. All right. Sure, I have a nip slip here. Okay, so yeah, hope everyone's doing good, man. I know I'm a little late on the stream here. I had a lot of content come out over the last few days. I was on Up Only, which was the top of the market here, right? I think I was on Up Only this day, like literally. And then recorded a podcast yesterday with Mindset BTC. That was really fun. So I've retweeted that. It's on my page. If you want to check that out, that was super fun. I also recorded another podcast, actually in person, with someone local to where I live. I'll get that up when I have the chance. Yeah, like also had video with Luke obviously come out. So I hope you guys are enjoying all the stuff I'm putting out here. We're gonna get into the stream now. Market's a little bit choppy. So question is, right, what happens from here, right? Are we going to see some sort of large move happen this week? That kind of thing. We'll go over kind of my thoughts. I'm not in any trades right now. I was long initially, did not get the reaction I wanted, so I cut my longs. I do still think that there's some potential for short-term upside, you know, maybe up to here or maybe up to here. Right, but ultimately, regardless of what happens, like I'm targeting down here. Any sort of bounce is an opportunity to short. I don't know how high we come up. Maybe we retrace some of this and then dump. But my plan has remained the same. We're looking to short bounces. We're bearish on the market as a whole. The monthly candle just closed as well, so we'll go over kind of my thoughts on that. And yeah, but real quick shout out to the sponsors of the stream, Prime XBT. So if you guys want to help me out, you've already been doing amazing, so please keep it up. If you want to help me out, you want to show your appreciation for me for doing these videos and stuff, sign up with that code Mayne50. First thing you gotta do, go in the description of this video, click the link, make an account on Prime XBT. There is no KYC required. It is an exchange where you can trade obviously all the majors, but you can also trade indices. You can trade gold, you can trade silver, things like that as well, like commodities. Use code Mayne50 before you deposit any money. You get up to a 7% bonus on whatever you deposit to a maximum of $7,000. So I get a kickback for everyone that signs up on that link and deposits. So if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. I don't ask for any money. I don't ask for any tips. You want to support me, use the Prime link and throw some money on there and follow along and make some money with me. And that's going to be all the support I need from y'all. So thank you you guys who are already doing that. And if you want to join the Discord, that's exactly how you do it. All right. So we'll get into the charts pretty quick here. And then we will kind of talk about what my thoughts are on Bitcoin, Ethereum. We're going to look at the dollar. We're going to look at the S&P 500. Right now, I was hoping at the very least that we were going to kind of get one of these moves, right? So this is where we are right now, right? We're in this little range here, right? There's your swing low. There's your swing high. So you could argue that like this is your range, I guess, right? But basically, I'm hoping at the very least we get a move above this high, and I would much rather a move back up into here, right, to trade the next leg down. So I'm looking for some sort of upside to get short on. I don't really like shorting down here. Like, so if you're shorting here on the 12-hour, and you're saying this is a lower high, okay, this is your stop, right? Your stop has to go here, like above this high. Where are you targeting? So I don't know. The next obvious low would be below here, right? stop here, entry right now. It's a 2R, probably, right? Let's see. Maybe even more, right? To that low, 2R. Look, I'll get my eagle eyes are, baby. 2R. Almost 3R if we run both of those lows. So the risk reward's not terrible. The reason I don't like it is a few. One, I would much rather get in on the low time frame. So rather than have my stop way up above this high, I'd like to see something on the low time frame. Like maybe we do this, right? Okay. Maybe we do this. Okay, well now my stop is here or here, much tighter than all the way up here, right? So some sort of low time frame trigger to get on. Maybe that is breaking below this low here, right? Maybe this is the trigger we want, right? And then you got your stop here, same target over there to the left. But I'd want to enter on the low time frame. The 12-hour setup doesn't make sense here. And personally, I would much rather short up here because as much as I think we're going to take out these lows here, okay, that's kind of what I think is going to happen. We can definitely trade all the way up here first before taking out those lows. We could even run this high and then take out those lows. So the short now with the stop here doesn't make sense because my idea I don't think is wrong right here. I think the move down can happen from here or from higher. So if I'm looking to short right now, I'm waiting for one of two things to happen. Either some sort of move to the upside, whether it's above here, up into this bearish order block, or above this high itself. I'm looking to short either of those moves, right? So if it pumps a little bit and then rejects, I'm looking to short. If it pumps a lot and then rejects, I'm looking to short. The other scenario would be a low time frame breakdown. So I would wait for something to happen here within this little low time frame range. Who the fuck is messaging me on Telegram right now? Only because it's you, Aladdin, will I not lose my shit. Only because it's you, my man. Shout out for the watch. Appreciate it. I still paid. It's not like he gave it to me. Unless he wants to sponsor these streams, then I'll wear all your watches at the same time, my man. Bling me the fuck up. All right, or I would wait for some sort of low time frame trigger. So I don't really have any interest in shorting here. The hourly, we're within this 12-hour swing. We came to the low, pushed up to the high, came and tested this bullish order block here, down candle that broke market structure, pulled back. I don't like that we're tagging it a whole bunch. It doesn't give me confidence to long with my stop right here because that would be the setup, right? Target here, long here. Stop here, target there. I don't like how it's had multiple touches already. Doesn't mean it still can't go. The next candle could literally be this. But I would much rather just wait. It's only it's only the idea to short. That didn't make any fucking sense. Sorry. My main goal to short is higher than where we are now. Ideally, being able to long this, and then we do this, close my long, and then flip short, right? Trade one, trade two, that's the ideal situation. But if my primary trend is down, the high probability trade is the short. So I would rather wait for a clear short setup rather than force a long just to potentially get stopped out. And then maybe I'm pissed off that I got stopped. I don't end up taking the trade I want, whatever. So high time frame, short ideas, maybe up here or into this order block or just a run of this high. If either of those things happen, so I'll move up, I'm looking to short. On the low time frame, I think you could probably wait for either this order block to get taken out, right? So break through here, bearish retest, or just wait for the range low to go. So it's about 19,550 approximately. Wait for this to go. Once we're below here, I'm pretty sure we're going, into the 18,000s. So either way, this would be your get on board low time frame short opportunities. So if this is super fucking weak, stocks just continue to sell off and this thing's going to roll over, I will get in on continuation. Otherwise, I'm not interested in longing here personally. If you were to long, to me the setup is right here. Stop, entry, T1, target 2. That would be the long setup right there. I'm not personally going to take that, but if you wanted to, that is the setup that I see. But again, wherever this long plays out, look at where my targets are on the long. Short zone 1, short zone 2, short zone 3. So any movement to the upside here, I'm looking for any of these areas where I would TP along as areas where we might potentially see a short setup form. So if we come up to this initial T1 and we SFP this high, right? And then bearish retest, boom, okay, I'm now shorting here, right? But if we get up above here, we remain bullish, okay? I'm going to be targeting into here. And then what am I going to do up into this bullish order block here? I'm going to be looking. And if we print some sort of bearish setup like this, or whatever it looks like at the time, I'm going to short. But that would be the scenarios that I'm watching. Short here, or maybe up here, waiting and seeing, or shorting a breakdown. Operative word being I'm looking for shorts. Okay? Now, again, if you want a long, sure. Target 1, target 2, target 3, stop here or here. This would be the ideal stop. A little bit tighter, and your idea is likely wrong below here anyways. All right? So I kind of want to see, and this will go back to my initial drawing here. I kind of want to see what we had here play out in this range. So this is very similar here. If you look at this price range, right? Maybe I'll just use these as a little cleaner. We had our range. This is something I covered in the last stream, right? If this is a bearish range, and my editor just uploaded this on TikTok where I talk about in a downtrend, right? Really what it is it's just bearish range, right, to bearish range, and you're just trading level to level. Well, that's exactly what we have happening here, right? It's just stair-stepping down. Range to range to range, right? But it's bearish. So what's that mean? It means I'm expecting the continuation to be to the downside. So anytime we have some sort of movement like this, where we form the range, we run the range highs, this is where we were shorting. Remember, we shorted up here. We also shorted this, ran the range highs. We're in a range, but the price leading into that range is bearish. So we expect it to go down. So when we do something bearish at the range high, that's a high probability short. So I'm looking for something similar here, right? Maybe we run these range highs first, right? Up here, and then we get that continuation, just like we got here, right? We traded, chopped everyone up. People thought maybe we were going to break out, faked out the range high, sold off. Same thing here. Everyone thought we were going to 30K. SFP, 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 all at the range high, underside of the range test, sell off. So that continuation play I talked about where I said, hey, maybe we just break here and sell, that's exactly what this was. So go watch the stream from 3 videos ago where I go into detail about this setup. That's the exact same type of play. If we don't get a move to the upside, because I said that here too. I said if we get a move up here, I'm looking to short. But if we don't and we just break this low, I'm looking to short an underside retest. That's exactly what I'm talking about here. So if we don't get that move to the upside, we just break the low, looking for something like here. What happened here? Remember? You guys should remember this by now, right? We were looking for reasons to short. It lost the 12-hour low, so this entire area we're bearish, and we're looking for reasons to short here. And we got several, if you remember, right? Setup 1. Breaker play, bearish order block play, right? Retest, boom. I went into this hella in a previous video, so I'm not going to go too deep into it again. But that's basically the plan for Bitcoin for now. So watching, right? It's holding support for now. Holding this order block here. If this pushes up, this is your target 1. Whether you're in a long, you peel some off here, or if you're looking to short like I am, this is the first area where we're looking for potential rejection happen. You have this previous consolidation here, You have all of these untouched highs here. So there's an argument to be made that this could push up, right? Clear out a bunch of this shit and then go down. Or maybe higher. Maybe we retrace into this larger swing, right? So if you go here, I'm just going to delete all this for a second. Perhaps we're going to retrace this. What's going on with this random cough? I have not had a cough all day. As soon as I start streaming, I'm coughing. Or this, right? Maybe we get a deeper retrace. This is your price leg. Bearish, right? Lower highs, lower lows. We're looking for a retracement into this leg and reasons to short. Maybe it comes up higher. Regardless, if it comes up here, I'm looking to short it for another leg down. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the chat here. Anna, can you be funny today and make us laugh? That's like if someone tells you they're a comedian and you're like, oh yeah, tell me a joke. Like, that's such a weird thing to say. I don't purposely come on here trying to make jokes and be funny. It's just banter, and it just kind of happens naturally. So now that the pressure's on, it's probably going to be a terrible, unfunny stream, and it's all your fault. So if anyone wants to complain, DM Anna and tell her she screwed the pooch on that one. What's up, Ripoff? How you doing, man? Mayne, fess up. You hit traps at the gym daily. Are the traps trapping? Are the traps trapping? Are the lats Latin? We're looking decently thick, boys. 6'1.5", 205 pounds. I won't complain about that. What's up, Michael? What's up, Patas? What's cracking, boys? Have you been eating your crickets? I will not eat bugs. This guy's name's Klaus Schwab. I will not eat bugs, Klaus, and I will not live in a pod. What's up, Shrek? How you doing? Crypto Creed. What's up, bro? It's not looking good, buv. This motherfucker is so sexy. Oh my god. Stop it, bro. You're gonna make me blush. I actually just ordered a higher def camera. So the camera that I generally use to do my altcoin videos, that's going to become my webcam. And then I'm going to have an even nicer camera for my pre-recorded videos. Production quality is going up. I'm also looking to move into a new place that's got an extra bedroom that I'll turn into a proper studio with soundproofing, proper lighting, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be great. What's up, Mateo? How you doing, man? Mayne, any comments on Vitalik's proof of stake? Never doubt the tall and anorexically skinny guy. They always got that thing. That thing. They always got that. They're carrying that schmeat. They're carrying that fucking meat, man. Every time they got the schlong. It's always the skinny dudes who like look like they need to use a fucking shoelace to tie their pants around their waist. One gust of wind, they're going to get blown away. They always got that fucking schlong. And just for you guys who were wondering, I once was 6'1" and 150 pounds soaking wet. Do you catch my drift, lads? Talk disrespectful to us. Never, Alan. That's not my style, man. I'm a very respectful guy. Man, you should take trend to see how big your neck can get. No, thank you. What's up, Damon? This range is easy to play, broski. I've literally been crushing for almost 3 straight months. So I don't know who you're talking to. It better not be me. Can you record an educational series and put it up for us? No, I can't. I mean, maybe. I've got a couple educational videos. I'm fucking lazy, man. It's a lot of work. Like, those videos that Cred does, it's a lot of fucking work. And, yeah, it's a lot of work for free that I don't need to do. Maybe. Eventually, the SFP video, it will come out. Eventually. What's up, Scott? Shout out to Singapore. Do you think big-time buyers like Wall Street are waiting for a confirmation trade, bottom at 14K, then recover at 20K and slow grind up? I don't think Wall Street gives a fuck about any of that. No, I don't. I'm going to troll you so you can insult me. I got to make it on the next montage of you ripping on people. Hilarious. I'm going to make sure, editor, if you're watching this, make sure we do not include Alan in any of the montages ever. Please get drunk and be funny. What's wrong with you? Fuck you, Anna. I am funny. I don't need alcohol to be funny. What a terrible friend you are. Oh, there's 69 likes right now. Nice. Doesn't seem that Prime XBT is available in New York. Other than moving out of the state and country, what alternatives do you recommend? Unfortunately, I recommend moving out of the state and country. I mean, if you're going to live in the States, the last place you want to be is California and New York. But I don't know, use a VPN. Maybe try that. You don't need to use Prime, but if you're trying to get in the Discord and you can't sign up because of where you live, DM me. All right, I don't know. The chat's doing some weird shit right now. All right, let's look a quick chat. I can't talk. Take a quick look at Twitch. DXY resistance, SPY support, BTC showing strength against SPY. Bro, you're always streaming when I'm sleeping. Woke up randomly, so now do I sleep or do I gain some alpha? You can always watch this tomorrow, bro. Get some rest. Love seeing you on all the various streams you've been on. Thanks, bro. So the monthly showing is an SFP. We headed to 0. Not exactly, right? So let's look at the monthly candle here, okay? So the monthly candle closed. What you don't like as a bull is that we effectively took out last month's high and last month's low. So we took out liquidity to the upside. What would that be? That would be a reason for price to trade higher. We already took out that high. The next monthly high is way the fuck up here. So we already took out this monthly high and we're trading down here, and this monthly low is this close to price, as is this one, right? This one I think got taken out. Why don't we use a tool that can actually draw a straight line? What's the low here? 17,629, 17,605. Yeah, so this low, these two lows are this close to price after already taking out this one. So what does that mean to me? It doesn't mean that we cannot do this. We can. But if I'm a betting man, based on where we're trading now and the fact that we've already taken out July's high and then completely retraced the move and closed down near the low, this becomes the most obvious high time frame target. Right? So if you now zoom in, all of a sudden it becomes a whole lot more clear. Well, we have those lows. Remember those lows I talked about right here? Look what those are. Those equal lows, that's that monthly low. Looking at this as a range for the month, right? This is the month of July. This is the July high. I don't know what the fuck I'm spelling it out here, but this is the high of July. This is the low of July. If you're using this as your range, we just traded from the bottom of the range to the top. We SFP'd at the highs. We rejected at the mid-range, right? Lost it, boom. We're now trading near the low with this untapped lows right here. If I'm a betting man, we go down here. So the question is, how do we get in the trade? That's what we talked about before, right? Is this it? Do we just roll over? Okay, then I'm on the low time frame. I'm trying to get in here. Do we have a little bit of juice and maybe we run this high? Great. Now I have a setup. But again, using that high time frame view, right? Our goal of where to target is actually based on the monthly. It's that high time frame draw on price. We took out the last month's high. We're now trading near the low. This seems like the most obvious magnet for price from a high time frame perspective. Okay? And if you look on Twitter, right? I've been posting this shit, man. I've been on one like you would not believe. Except for you would believe because you follow me and you've seen me fucking straight slapping every goddamn move. Okay? What did we post? Where did we post it? Like, what do you think this is, guys? It's not looking good, bruv. Right? This, to me, like betting man, I would bet something like this, right? What does that look like? Right? The sell model. All this shows, right, is what is this really, right? I always post this because it's funny and people hate ICT, but like this is your range, right? That's all this is. Consolidate, mid-range, top of the range, deviation. There's your sell, risk here, target where? Low of the range, liquidity. That's all this is. And then do we then leg down again? Or do we go back into the range? Where would the target be? Back into here, and it fucking repeats. This is just a fractal, right? And it's something, because I learned to trade from ICT, it's something I see all the time. But you cannot tell me that current PA does not look very similar to this, right? It's not going to look one-to-one, but does that not look pretty similar, right? You know, you got your one box, your second box, your box at the high, your throwback, right? Continuation, target. It's the same shit. Ethereum, right? This is where I initially drew it. This one looks even cleaner, right? Box 1, box 2, deviation, right? It's all that's all. It's not saying that this is exactly how it's going to play out, but I posted it initially on the hourly on Ethereum, and it played out, right? Because initially I saw the fractal here. I saw it form here, and it played out rather quickly, but it's the same idea, right? Here's your initial consolidation, right? Here's your secondary consolidation. Here's your move to the top of the range, distribution. There's that second red box, right? That's the deviation, then the sell. And I posted this, and it just traded very quickly, but that's exactly what went down here. So it's just like price is fractal. And so you see these patterns repeat in price over and over and over again. And as you get better at trading, I guess, it just kind of becomes easier to spot. Let me see if I can just find it here. Right? So this is exactly what played out. Right? We had that exact next candle literally was boom, was this. That's that second red box after the top. Boom. Target that initial liquidity. See? So when I posted that, we literally were right here. Then where do we go? All the way to the low. All right? So anyways, I hope that I'm wrong, obviously. I generally hope that I'm wrong when I think things are super bearish because no one wants stuff to go down. So I think I'm pretty clear on Bitcoin, right? Why the draw is where it is, right? Based on the monthly, the low time frame lining up with that idea, right? You see the clear draw. It's based on the high time frame. We've got a few scenarios where we're looking to short, right? Run above here or a move up into this area. But either way, we're looking to short the corn, targeting down here that previous month's low. All right? And if you don't get that, there's no fucking hope for you, honestly. There's just no hope. You should just give up. Literally, dog water. You're so lost. Unplug the PC. Throw it out the window. It's over for you. Okay. Let's see here. Mayne is the main. Thank you. What is the plan if it just topples over from here? What a funny word, topples. Like toppling the fucking Ottoman Empire. Okay, let me just see if I can get my little levels back here. We went over this fucking plan, bro. What's your name? I wish I didn't ask, because I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Fuck it, I will try. We don't give up. Awishkar Gnyawali. Okay, we went over the plan if it just rolls over from here, right? If it just rolls over from here, I'm either looking to short a breakdown of this, right? Because then this effectively becomes a breaker. So a breakdown of this, or if we just lose this, H12 low, I'll look to short under here. And I said what I'm looking for when I say the breakdown play, so if we just roll from here, and I want to short under here, it's the exact same setup that we talked about up here. I said if we don't bounce, we just break down, that's the short. That's what I'd be looking for here. I don't even know I repeated that to you, but it is what it is. Okay, Yar. Enjoyed Yar interview with Mindjacked. Aye, aye, matey. Okay. I love your charts. So clean. Thank you. Lil Capo of Crypto said, Eth will pump to 1800 before dump. What's your opinion? That's what he thinks. Maybe that happens. I don't fucking know, right? All I can do is look at the fucking charts that I draw up and fucking trust the plan. So Ethereum, looking at the high time frame, I can still kind of see that sell model here, like on the 12 hour. Like this looks to me like that top red box, right? And then to me, this becomes the draw. Like that just seems what I think is going to happen, high time frame, just from like a bird's eye. But from level to level, because just thinking that we're going to go down here, okay, we might go down here. Let's say I'm convinced that we're going to go back below here. Where you can't just, that's not enough to enter a trade, right? Because let's say I'm like, I think we're going here. I'm just going to short here. What happens if we do this? Right? Am I going to hold through all this drawdown? Because what happens if we do this and then we go like this? Am I prepared to hold through this drawdown? Where's my stop? If it's all the way up here, right? My target's here and my entry's here. That's maybe a 1.5 risk reward. Right? Maybe. How precise is that? Just eyeballing that shit, calling that out. That's not the best risk reward. Your stop is 30 points away from your entry. Okay, so what does that mean? That means your position size would be very small to account for that much distance between your stop and your entry, right? So as much as I think ultimately we probably go down here, that's not enough for a trade, right? I still have to have a plan. Where am I entering? Why am I entering there? Where is this idea invalidated? Knowing where you're targeting is just one part of the plan, right? Because let's say little crypto capo is right. If I short here and then we do this, right? Are you going to hold this short all the way up here? I doubt it, right? I doubt it. You eat a 20% candle away from you. I doubt it. I bet you puke, right? And then it dumps anyway. So what we need to figure out is where could it sell off from? Because I think it's going to go here, just like on Bitcoin. I think it's going to go down here, right? I think it's going to go down here. I still need a setup, right? So looking at Ethereum, we can do the same thing. We can look at the monthly. Ethereum is still stronger than Bitcoin, right? But we didn't close nearly as bad, right? Bitcoin closed like this equivalently. It almost engulfed this whole candle to the downside. That being said, we still took out the 2 previous months high and closed bearish, right? So if these 2 high time frame areas have already been tagged, that leads me to believe that the next likely draw is this previous month's low, right? So you can do the exact same thing as Bitcoin, and guess what? When I zoom in, it's going to be, boom, those exact lows I was talking about. Do you see the range now? Range low, range high, deviation. There's your throwback. How do you think this plays out, right? In my betting man, back down to here. How do we get in? Personally, I had this area marked. right? I had this area marked as a sell, I believe, right? So I had this area marked as a sell zone. I said, I'm looking to short this. This was when the Vitalik has a big dick pump occurred. That's the Vitalik wiener candle. That's what we'll call that. The Vitalik fucking cock candle. There you go. There's some alliteration. I took English. Barely. Tagged it, rejected, came right back to it, rejected again. So proving to be a decent zone so far, but similar to my thoughts on Bitcoin, where I would like to see a move up to get short. I think if you didn't short one of these little low time frame rejections, right? Like there was a trade here down into this order block here, right? For sure. That's your H1 sell based on a bearish SFP, high time frame resistance, all that fucking shit. So there was a trade here. But personally, I actually think this has a chance to go a little higher before the sell-off. I'm going to treat it the exact same as I'm going to treat Bitcoin. So if I'm going to clean this up a little bit here, give me one sec. This is the swing we're operating in right now. So we've already come up into that. Fuck off, you piece of shit. We've already come up into that OTE zone here. So to me, something that I could see happen is this. We trade deeper into the zone. We have, we ran this highs, rejected, but what do we have here? We have a very clear swing high right below an order block. So a very, a possible scenario here, would be a move up into this order block here, run this high. So anyone who's short with the stop above here gets cooked. Then we print the short with that same target here. So similar to Bitcoin, where I'm saying, okay, I want to run above the current high. This is that current high. That would be the setup. The other setup that I talked about on Bitcoin, right? So it's either a run above here. That would be the equivalent move of Ethereum running this high, right? If we get a bigger move and we move deeper into here, maybe up to like 21,800, 21,600 kind of area. So a larger retracement still within this downswing. What would that look like with Ethereum? Maybe that would be a larger move up above this high even. Okay, so there's another potential possibility. You have a big fair value gap here with a swing high right at it. So if Bitcoin's going to pump back to 21,800, let's say, before having a leg down, I think this high gets run right here into this fair value gap. That is in line with perhaps what that capo guy said, 1720 to 1800 for a lower high. So this would be the more bullish short setup because there's going to be more upside before the dump. The opposing setup is this one. Okay, so move above this high into here. That is the short. So those would be the two scenarios I'm watching for rejection somewhere between, let's say, 1670 here and 1720. If it clears out that high, then I'm looking up towards 1800. Either way, I'm looking to short Ethereum on a move above this high or above this high. I'm looking to short it to new low, not new lows, but to other lows, at least to this one. Right, at least to here, so 1300. So again, this or this is what I'm going to be watching for on Ethereum, what I'm going to be watching for on Bitcoin. Similarly, something like this, shallower pullback or a deeper pullback. Either way, we're targeting last month's low on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, so I think that's fucking the plan. Pretty well laid out here. I'll take a look at the chat, one sec. Come on, you son of a bitch. Give me my lines, you whore. Oh my God. Good enough. All right. Someone give me the link to the Discord. Go on my website, tradermade.com. It tells you how to join. Do you change strategy at all, knowing that MMs are looking to liquidate traders both ways? No. Market makers aren't doing shit. They're making the market. They're delta neutral. Mayne, if you cut your longs, why didn't you post in Discord? I don't post every single thing that I do in Discord. It's a free Discord. I have no obligation to post every single fucking thing that I do in there. I've spoon-fed people in Discords basically every single long and short since the 1st of July. Like 7 or 8 trades, and even over the last like 15 trades, like 13 of them all posted in Discord before, like nailed 80% of them. And you have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to say something as blasphemous as, Mayne, if you cut your long, why didn't you post in Discord? I didn't even post that I was long in Discord. I just posted a chart showing what price was doing. I didn't say I was in a trade, right? This is literally my last post. I just said, here's the order block I'm on. I didn't even say that. I just expected you to know that. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say to that. There you go. Ralph answered it better than I did. He said, man, it's not a signal group. Exactly. It's a collective of men and maybe 1 or 2 women who are just trying to look at the markets from a PA first perspective. That's all it is. It ain't a signal group. No, it's like I post some trades in there. Sometimes I don't. It is what it is, bro. When technical roundup with Cred again? I'd love to do it. I think they took the month of August off streaming. So whenever they want me back, though, I'm always down. Mayne, how do you enter a trade? Do you layer bids or do you enter in one go? I haven't answered that question in a while. It depends. If I'm on screen and I'm entering on a low time frame, maybe I'll whack in most of my order in market, but it's very rare that I'm one order and that's my full size and I'm in the trade. Usually there's multiple orders. Sometimes they're layered in like in advance. Like if I am expecting a swing trade and I'm like, okay, I just want to bid sub 1,000 on Ethereum, and I might just have some orders like that. But usually when I'm like entering a trade, like let's say I was shorting this H1 SFP. As soon as it started, it closed as an SFP here, right? And I'm saying, okay, there's my risk. I don't know why this fucking shit got so big. Right? Here's my risk, and I'm shorting. I might start shorting here and then add a little, something like that. If I'm doing it live, and I'm generally mashing market as well. But once you start trading larger size, you don't just mark it in for fucking, a multi-million-dollar position. Generally, it's like, okay, let's say I want to open up a 2 mil short. I might be shorting on this up move, layering in, multiple trades to get up to that full size, right? And ideally get my entry a little tighter. If I just bang out my full short right here, right, this drawdown's gonna suck, right? Could have had a better entry if I just was more patient. So it depends, I guess, is the answer. Bro, have you seen Sheep Dominance? I can confidently say, Cody, I've never looked up what Sheep Dominance is, and I do not care. Thoughts on Poutine? Love it. SPX 1D OB. Are you thinking this could be a balance and BTC could fall? Joshua Goldstein. Okay, let's look at the SPX. So I drew out this 12-hour little order blocky. Because really, I'm thinking like it should bounce here if it's gonna go, right? Like if you're looking at this, this is where it has to go up, right? I think this would be your target. This is your entry. You're wrong here. Because similar to Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin doesn't hold kind of where it's at, right now, I eventually think we come way down here. We'll do the same thing. We can look at the monthly on SPX. Do the exact same thing we did with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Look at how that monthly candle closed. Right? We came up into resistance, ran the last 3 months high, tagged the monthly order block. This is a monthly breaker. Boom. Hard ass reject, closing below all of the highs, right? So basically ran every single highs in SFP. And now the logical draw, in my opinion, on the high time frame is this previous monthly low. So if you then zoom in to today's PA, what is standing between price and that monthly low? This. So we don't bounce from here. Okay. This seems like the most obvious place for price to go. Have your range, right? We tag the range low. You could bring this line back if you want here, right? Make it look like this. Okay. Range high, right? Trade into the range low, deviation, break market structure, reclaim, target 1, target, last month's high, the previous month's high, the other previous month's high, ran all those, instantly traded back into the range. So to me, this is the draw. We will likely trade down here on SPX. This looks just like Bitcoin to me. The question is, do we get a bounce first? Just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum, exact same kind of game plan. This is where the bounce should happen. I think the most logical area for a bounce would be here. If we get a reaction here on the low time frame that looks bullish, I think you could potentially long with a target of here. Maybe we go high, right? Maybe we get some sort of larger retracement into this range. So if we bounce up here, then maybe we reject something like this. But ultimately, exact same plan. I'm thinking we either go up a bit and then sell off down to here, or if we just roll over from here, lose this 12-hour low, just like Bitcoin, I'll look to short. What is wrong with this thing? I'll look to short the underside here for some sort of setup, just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum. Exact same plan, again, for all three markets, because their prices are acting very much in like a strong correlation right now. When stocks are good, Bitcoin's good, right? These charts are interchangeable effectively right now. The correlation has been super, super tight for most of the summer. And yeah, so if this nukes the lows here, Bitcoin nukes the lows, right? So that's the plan for SPX. Hey, man, why is your arm dirty? I put that dirt on me permanently. Thanks for asking. I paid a lot of money for it, too. Greetings from Bulgaria. Love all the content. DJ Mayne rocks. Thank you. That's a very sweet message. I'd love to go to Bulgaria sometime. Hey, Trader Mayne, do you always find that in a bear market, pumps always run out of juice early, just how in a bull market, pullbacks never pull back as much as you think? That's a great observation. Yeah. Again, just like a bull market, right, where this was a very great point you brought up here, Alejandro. Gold star for you, buddy, right? And you always want the big dip in the bull run. And you're like, oh, it's never going to give you the dip you want. It's always going to leave you behind. But then every once in a while, right, like you said, dips are often shallow. You're like, fuck, I want to get in. But then every once in a while, you get a really big one. And this is the one you really wanted to nail, right? Oh, it's leaving me behind. Whap, fucks everyone, and then goes. Same thing happens in a bear market, right? So eventually, yeah, we're going to get a lot of really shallow pullbacks where you're going to say, oh, fuck, I wish this would have pulled back harder so I could have shorted more. I wish this would have pulled back more so I could have shorted more, and maybe you're chasing. But then you get that really strong bear market rally that then sells off again, right? Look at 2018. Same thing fucking happened, right? People were waiting, right? They're shorting here. Shorting every little move. Boom. Okay. Then you get a ripper of a fucking rally. Shorting every little move, thinking that the ass is going to finally fall out here. Then you get the ripper move that gives you the big sell. Same thing, right? You're going to have a bunch of shallows, but eventually we will get a bear market rally that is huge, right? Maybe it happens here. Maybe it happens lower. Like maybe, just talking out my ass at this point, but I don't give a fuck. Maybe let's just speak completely hypothetically here that we're going to bottom. Like if I'm looking at this, I posted these levels so many times in the past because I literally live in the fucking future. All right, I posted this level ages ago. You're starting to see people be like 12 to 14K, right? You guys remember, I posted this one fucking long ass time ago. And even this one. Let's assume that like this is our bottoming range, right? Like it gets super ugly. Macro stays shit. SPX goes back to pre-COVID levels. We might get a move down here and we might get some crazy mega rally, right? And then back in here. Who fucking knows? Maybe that rally happens here, right? Maybe we range here, chop, then we get one big bear market rally and then snap the lows. So, great point, and I just went off on some wild fucking tangent, but whatever. Good question at the end of the day, Alejandro. We appreciate those kind of questions. What do you think about crypto's relative strength to trad today? What do you mean? Can I do this? Is this going to work? Right? So this is effectively FBTC. I don't know if this fucking, I did this ratio right. Let me just double check before I start talking. Yeah, this looks wrong. Let's see. BTC USD divided by SP 500. Okay, so I'm not that dumb, right? Like the correlation is this is just the Bitcoin chart. I'm clearly doing something wrong. But what I was trying to do is compare Bitcoin to the S&P, which you can do. I'm just too technologically fucking inept to figure it out right now. But the correlation has been very tight. And I love it's kind of like just a meme at this point to me. It's like, oh, crypto holding up before, the stock market's down, crypto's holding up. That is usually what people say right before crypto ends up catching up. The correlation is super tight right now. I just illustrated that to you. People are saying that stocks look like this. So what do you think Bitcoin, which looks slightly less shitty today, how do you think about the, BTC holding up and stocks looking shitty? It's like, well, dude, if you look at the high time frame, like they look fucking identical. You're too zoomed in being like, oh, today Bitcoin's up 2%, stocks are down 0.5 point. That doesn't mean shit. The correlation remains extremely strong. If we lose this area on equities, Bitcoin shits the bed. It doesn't matter if it held up a little bit better today. Don't fall into that noise. Let's just see. Today, stocks went down 0.69%. Bitcoin had a slightly green day, a 1% green day. But when the charts side by side look pretty damn similar. Stocks look more like Ethereum right now. BTC is weaker than both of them. Ethereum is trading still in the upper part of this leg. Same with stocks. It's still holding the upper half, barely, of this leg. This range, Bitcoin's already almost at the lows. It's the weakest of the three. Is Prime XBT non-KYC? Yes. Mayne, when workout vlog? I'm not enough of a lifter to teach anyone anything. I have a trainer who helps me do power lifts and stuff because I've only been lifting seriously for like 3.5 years. So I'm in no shape I'm in massive fucking amazing shape, but I'm in no shape in terms of ability to tell anyone what to do about working out. I also would feel like a douche having a camera in the gym. No stash. Someone finally noticed. That shows you how bad my facial hair is we're an hour into this stream and only now someone can tell that I shaved my perf stash off. Any thoughts on tape ban? So, sure, I'll comment on this. Why the fuck not? I personally find Andrew Tate hilarious. Because I know that a lot of what he says is an act and he's joking and he's being hyperbolic on purpose because it's funny. I think he's funny. I don't agree with everything he says. I agree with some stuff he says. As with most people, you're not going to find people that you agree with every single thing on. And if you do, you need to meet some more fucking people. Don't live in an echo chamber. But I am old enough to tell and discern what is, I think, him playing it up and making an act and being funny versus what he actually is, his serious beliefs are. I can discern there. I think the issue is a lot of young kids who are using apps like TikTok and Instagram, and he's just everywhere. You couldn't escape him for a while. Like every fucking other video was one of his on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram is everywhere. Some 12-year-old kid might not be able to tell what he's joking about and what he's not joking about. And the fact that he kind of came out of nowhere that fast, that's the only logical framework where I can see why these social media companies, which are companies and can ban people if they want to, unfortunately, they can do that. Like why they would ban them, that's their view, being like, this is the best for society. That being said, I'm a free speech person. So I think no matter how much you dislike what someone says, as long as they're not inciting violence, I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. It's free speech, right? And if you don't like what someone says, don't fucking listen. You know what I mean? I think it's Voltaire, right? I may not agree with what you say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. I'm not trying to die over here. But I think, yeah, I mean, listen, I thought he was hilarious. I don't think anyone should be banned. Like, I think Trump should be on Twitter. The fucking leader of Al-Qaeda is on Twitter. So, kind of nuts. All right. Does anyone have any questions? I think, did you get as long as Vitalik? I wish. Do you use any oscillators? Just PA sniping. Just PA, bang, sniping. Precise. I'm a precision shooter. Looky, looky. I have a cookie. So, right? Let's see. This is where we want to see the bounce happen on SPX. This is where we want to see the bounce happen on Bitcoin. This is where we want to see the bounce happen on Ethereum. So let's wait and see. We have our trade triggers for shorts, right? Where we're looking for them to happen on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and I went over the stock market. What else do you want from me? What else can I do for you guys? Does anyone have any questions? Is my wiener as black as my chart background? I don't even know how to respond to that one, bro. I'm so pasty, I'm coloring myself in, dude. Come on. You read pickup books like the game? No, absolutely not. I think that stuff is mega cringe. If you have to read a book on how to talk to other, like how to speak to women, speaking to women is the least of your worries. Saudis are max bidding. Thoughts? Question mark. I appreciate the proper use of grammar in that comma there. I don't know if the Saudis are max bidding. Chimp Zoo has been telling me that the Saudis have been mass bidding since 25K. So clearly these guys got a similar strategy to Michael Saylor, and they're just going to buy all the way down. But hopefully they don't get sued for tax evasion. Do you take into consideration on chain? Everything I take into consideration, I show you guys here on stream. It's literally this. It's not like as soon as people might be like, what indicators is he hiding under here? Right? Like it's literally a key levels one, an SFP one, and an order block one. I don't even know if these ones work. I just go through the indicator tabs and I'll type in ICT keywords. Because I've used in the past one that will mark out like the kill zones and things like that. And I'll test them out. But for the most part, I just draw my own levels. Occasionally, I'll use Spaceman for like the Monday high and low. Shout out to Spaceman. But everything I do, I show you guys here. Like it's not like as soon as I go off stream, I open up a new chart with 1,000 indicators. Like what I do, I show you guys here on stream. How much do you enjoy life these days? I enjoy life a lot. My life is good, man. Do you take into consideration the chain? Someone already asked that, or I'm just reading behind. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll? 67. SOAS1150 labs Mayne, please. I don't even know what that means. How many jabs does it take to get to the center of science? I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot syringe. How do you sleep on trades? I find it very uncomfortable. Likely you're risking too much. If you are so invested in a trade that you can't not look at your phone or the computer while you're in it because you're afraid of getting stopped out, why are you that worried? The only logical thing I can think of is the amount you would lose if stopped out, if you're even using a stop, which you're probably not because you're not stupid and you're not paying attention to the streams, or you are stupid and you're not paying attention to the streams, is probably more than you're willing to lose. So you're sitting there being like, I can't sleep. What happens if I wake up and I'm stopped out or liquidated? Well, eliminate that fear. Manage your risk. Risk less. If I'm in a trade right now, like if I'm in this trade, let's say I took this long, here, stop here, target here. Let's say I took this and I want to go to bed. When I go into my trading software, I'm entering my entry, right? Usually market because I'm a fucking Sigma male, right? But your entry is here. I'll put where my stop is and where my target is, right? I'm not gonna, right? I'll put in all three of those things into the calculator, and then you can determine how much you want to risk on stop out. And it comes out and says, okay, based on you wanting to risk 10 grand, it's a 10 Bitcoin position or whatever. I don't know what the math is. This is a hypothetical example. If I'm prepared to know that if I'm wrong, I lose 5 grand, why am I worried about sleeping? If I'm wrong, I was prepared to lose that money. Right? But if this X instead of 5 grand is 50, or it's your whole account, no wonder you're uncomfortable sleeping in it. You're risking more than you're willing to lose, right? So don't fucking do that, basically. Can we get girlfriends again when we're back above the 30K line? I mean, I fucking hope you guys can. I hope. No promises, though. I mean, I don't remember girlfriends being at 30K. Being below 30K just meant that you're gay, right? We got to get back to all-time high to even talk to women, okay? You're not even talking to girls at these prices. At these prices, you're talking to other dudes about crypto, and that's it. It's just you and a bunch of dudes. It's like when you get so into the gym that it's no longer about looking good for girls. It's just about looking good and hope to get compliments from other large gym monkeys like yourself. That's what it becomes about. That's what crypto is below 30K. The exact same. You're so deep in it, only other dudes care. Back above 60K, it's all boats and hoes, baby. That's when you'll get a girlfriend. You look beautiful today. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. This guy just said, hey, yo. I got one question. If you could bang any one homie from your group, which one would you pick and why? See, this is what I'm talking about. This isn't even a plant. This is I buy perps on Twitch asking about some gay shit because we're below 30K. It's not even his fault. His mind has been infected by the gay line. Sad times, man. Sad times. Exactly. I showed my crush my latest trade and she still wasn't impressed. Showing your mom your latest trade and her not being impressed is not surprising. Skinny 150 Mayne picks. No. I killed him. I reduced him to ashes. All that remains is 200-pound Mayne from here and into the future in perpetuity. Do you increase your position size in an environment where your setups are printing now, such as, position size, by increasing your position size, you're effectively risking more. Like I have this setup, if my position size is bigger on this, it's the exact same setup, but you have setup 1, setup 2. My position size is bigger on setup 2, I'm risking more if I'm wrong, right? That's all you're saying. Do I increase my risk percentage? If this setup was 2%, but I'm super confident, so now I'm going to risk 5%, which would be a bigger position size. Same stop, right? Sure, if I'm feeling it, if I'm confident, sometimes I'll take a big swing, right? I'll take a hack at it. Absolutely. But I also do the reverse as well, right? If I'm not as sure about a setup, maybe I'm reducing that risk. Not taking as much. Anna, it'll give us hope. Well, seeing as your name's Anna, you have no hope. You will never look like this ever, Anna. I'm sorry. Nor do you want to, okay? Keep your hair. And boobies. And butts. Okay. Is it good to buy spot? What a weird conversation this has become. It's probably my sign to fucking end this video soon. How the fuck do I subscribe? This guy says answer the question. I'm not answering your question, bro. I'm not telling you which one of my homies I would bang. The way you questioned me is wrong too. If you could bang. The right way to ask that question, if you want an answer, say if you had to bang. If you had to, right? If I could, I wouldn't, right? If I had to, that's how you answer that question. But either way, if I had to bang one of the homies, it would probably be your mother, I guess, because we're homies. Trader Mayne, what does it mean to say the saying, blah, 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 that markets go after liquidity? It's exactly what I just explained to you, right? Like the market moves from highs to lows, right? It's supply and demand, and liquidity is generally resting. There's like resting liquidity, right? Orders, right? So if people were short, there might be orders here. So the market is moving from, right, level to level. That's why you see these things happen, right? These were those previous month's highs. So maybe there were some institutions, maybe there were some traders and stuff who are like, okay, I'm short with, my stop of last month's highs. That liquidity gets grabbed. Then you look for the next area of liquidity that might be a drawn price, which right now is last month's low. So I guess that's what people would mean when they say the market seeks liquidity. To me, it's just supply and demand. If there's buyers here, it will go up. If there isn't, it will go down. If the sellers outpace the buyers, it will go down, and vice versa. Do you use or watch AGGR? Do you see it on the screen? Because if you don't, I don't use it. Mayne, do you want to hire me? I'll be your personal chef. I don't know. Are you a good cook? I do need food prep. You'll probably try and poison me, though. How the fuck do I subscribe? Subscribe to what? Like to my Twitch or to my YouTube? Just press a button. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. Question, with the current energy crisis, how will you survive winter this year? Much like a whale or a large sea mammal, like a seal or something like that, I will survive off my own blubber. Very simple. I've got tons and tons of blubber to get me through these cold Canadian winters. Don't you worry. All right, guys. I appreciate Mayne, do you bleed? Only on the inside. And once a month. Gross. Okay. I'm going to end the video there. What a weird thing to say. Can you do the Gluck Gluck 9000 on stream? Only if your mother is performing it to me. Then we can stream that on my OnlyFans. Can you take BitBoy's Hellcat in my Audi off of a roll? I don't actually know, but if I had to guess, his additional 2 tons of weight that he's carrying between his car being heavier and, of course, himself being heavier than me, I think I got it. I think I got it in the bag. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please use the link in the description. Code Mayne50. Deposit some money. Trade it. That's how you can keep supporting me. I will be back with another video soon. Summer is ending. So I'm going to lie to you right now and tell you that I'm going to be more consistent and more content's going to come out. I don't actually fucking know. We'll see how it goes. I got some trips planned, but I'm going to try and at the very least, be doing these streams once a week, that video with Luke, and who knows, an SFP video somewhere between now and the end of this year or next year. All right, guys. Love you so much. Talk to y'all later.